Yeah, more like
agnostic atheist. Yeah.
Agnostic atheist. Right? Yeah. So atheism is the belief that there is no God. Agnosticism is more that there could be, but they're not sure.
Or lack of belief.
Or lack of belief. Right.
Well, I would say atheism is lack of belief, and agnosticism is lack of knowledge. So.
Okay. So you are both?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So let's take it back to where did we come from?
Yeah.
Right? For example, do you know about the minimum gene concept?
No, I don't.
Okay. So you can go look it up when you get home. You're a researcher, you're a student at UCSD, that's great, right? There is a concept which can be tested that no living organism, even a single cell organism, can survive without a minimum set of genes.
Yeah.
So if the idea is that life spontaneously generated from nothing, that would mean the original cell would not have a whole set of genes, right?
Yeah.
It would only have one gene or two, whatever, right? So the minimum set, and there's numbers given and tested and all of that, show that even the original cell had to have had a basis with a full set of genetics for it to reproduce.
Yeah.
Right? So where would that come from?
Well, I disagree, because the point of where I disagree is that you say that life just came out of nothing, except that's not what the scientific answer would be about evolution, which is not what evolution
Excellent.
is.
No problem. So let's take it to the scientific answer, right?
Yeah.
Where did we evolve from? Primates.
Yeah.
For example, the theory of evolution. Theory, not a fact. Let's keep going back. Okay?
Yeah. Well, scientific theory, it means it's been rigorously and academically proven. So.
No. A scientific theory is debated, right? Till today.
Theory. Well, it's like theory of gravitational.
Gravitation, sure.
Yeah, so.
I work in the med device industry, so don't think that I'm not aware with how theories and hypotheses work, and even gravity is still debated. What exactly causes an object, whether two objects the same weight would fall at the same rate, all of that. So theories, there are scientific facts and there are theories. Theories, even if they've been rigorously debated and argued, for example, Darwin's ideas of evolution, today many of them have been debunked, right? I'm sure you've read up on it, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so now let's take it back. Go before primates, before all of that. Evolution started from where?
Pardon?
Where did we start to evolve from?
Well, I mean, I really can't answer that question.
Okay.
Yeah.
So there is the issue, right? The theory of evolution cannot tell you where life started from.
Yeah, that's correct.
Okay. So that would mean that if we follow the theory, there would have to have been a single cell organism, right? For it to develop.
Yeah.
That single cell organism would have had to have had at least a minimum gene set for it to survive.
Okay.
So who created that set, which was in a perfect enough model for it to replicate and develop?
Well, that's a loaded question, because you're asking who with the intention that it was some being or something.
I'm open to any answer you give me. You can say aliens, you can say a lightning strike, I'm with you. Like, it's not loaded, it's a real question.
I would think that, I mean, there's a few sort of ideas.
Okay. Hit me.
I guess I would, like, the one I think is probably most likely is sort of like, I know, like chemical soup.
Chemical what?
Chemical soup.
Well, what do you mean a chemical?
So chemical soup is like, if you have, like, if you think about, like, really early Earth, and you have some sort of warm, just like, it's sort of like, this has been observed in a lab, where you have a bunch of like chemicals, like you have carbon and hydrogen and oxygen.
So those molecules came from?
What do you mean?
The molecules?
You want me to finish, or you want
go ahead, sorry, go ahead.
So, like, it's been found in a lab that, like, you know, if you have, like, basically, if you zap electricity through, like, these pools of different molecules, you can randomly put together, just through random process, like amino acids. So amino acid creation has been observed. From there, we can sort of think that it can lead to proteins, can lead to more complex things. And so, like, you're thinking about, like, lightning strike. And so I would say that the creation of life is something that is probably almost infinitely less likely to happen than a lightning strike. But the thing is that there's like 1 billion years
hold on.
sitting around in order for life to be created. So
I just want to understand this, right? I mean, are you finished? I don't want to interrupt you.
Go ahead.
So where'd the lightning come from?
Lightning? Well, what do you mean?
I mean, originally to start.
As an analogy, I thought.
So I'm saying the origins of life. You were explaining that, right?
Yeah.
From a soup.
Yeah.
that got hit by lightning.
Not by lightning.
Okay.
Not by lightning. Just through we can sort of think that it can lead to proteins, can lead to more complex things. And so like you're thinking about like lightning strike and lightning,
Okay.
not by lightning, just through random collisions of molecules. Bonding.
Okay,
Yeah,
so where did those molecules come from?
So are you going? So the question, the argument here is just back to the beginning, and you're gonna ask. So I'm gonna say, it came from space dust that coalesced into a planet. You're gonna say, where did that come from? I'm gonna say, well, it all came from the Big Bang.
But you're saying there were already planets there then?
What do you mean?
So you're saying this process happened after there were already planets?
Well, the Earth is like 4.6 billion years old.
Right.
Yeah.
Estimated, but yeah.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Rough.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
So life in general developed through particles of sand that got...
Well, could be. It could be. Yeah, it could be.
Right. So,
Yeah.
So the question again would be, would we be able to take those particles of sand would develop a cell without electricity, without lightning?
Yes.
Right?
I believe.
How would that happen?
The thing with that is that you have, it's sort of just like it's like something that if you imagine something that has like a very, very, very like low like likelihood of happening, but given you have such a long time period, it's because it's iterative, it ends up being a fairly high likelihood. Or it could just be so
without
rare,
any
and we just happen
intelligence
to be on a planet with life, and it's a rare planet with life. It could be very rare.
So without any intelligent design, without any higher power, without any growth, those sand particles developed.
Sand, but yeah.
Space dust. What were we saying?
Well, I was saying.
I'm going by your
chemical soup.
All right, but chemical soup. Then you said came from space dust.
Was on the planet, and our planet comes from coalescing nebulae. So.
All right.
Basically space dust.
And that soup came from where?
What do you mean it came from?
The chemical soup was already there, always there? Or?
Well, you want to trace it. You want to trace it all back.
Yeah.
Trace it all back, so you can have. I'm not an expert on quantum mechanics, but originally at the beginning of the universe, it was just smaller particles that then sort of like forked and things that organized into.
Can we observe that?
Well, what we
can
observe is we can observe hydrogen atoms using nuclear fusion to become helium and higher elements. And then
but the universe was at a point. There's no evidence, right? That's just a theory.
Yeah, it's a theory.
Okay, so you have no evidence for that. That's just a theory. Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
So now, how did those single-cell organisms develop into a fully functioning human being like yourself, without any guidance?
Well, through evolution.
Through evolution. Okay.
Through billions of years of trial and error.
I got you.
Pretty much.
We're gonna be honest, though, right?
Yeah. What's honest?
So this is a cell phone.
Yeah.
Right. It has a camera. It has a CPU.
Yeah.
Right. If I told you, just be honest, over billions of years, space dust turned into this phone, would you believe me? Be honest.
I mean, it could be.
Would you believe me? Just be honest. Would you believe me?
Probably not, because.
Why not?
Well, the reason why is because I know that the phone, like you can actually go to a factory.
Sure.
I can go to an iPhone factory and I can see the phone being manufactured.
But I can tell you, if I told you,
observe God manufacturing humans.
You're getting ahead of me, bro. Take it easy. Relax. All right. If I told you this particular phone was not made in a factory, this particular phone in my hand was evolved from particles of dust over quadrillions of years, not billions, but trillions of years. It unlocks just like a regular phone. It has WhatsApp, it has all these apps, it has a camera, it has Siri. But this particular phone did not come from a factory, it just evolved. Would you believe me? Yes or no? I mean, just be honest.
No, but the thing is, it's not an apt analogy.
I didn't make it now. I just asked you for an answer. Relax. You're getting like nervous and ahead. Relax, right? So my question there would be, why couldn't this?
What do you mean?
Why couldn't this evolve? Why would you not believe me?
I wouldn't believe you because there's probably a higher likelihood of humans making it, because I've observed that humans
Why? I mean, again, you have not observed this phone being made.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, I would think the likelihood is quite small that I could round to approximately 100% of phones.
You just earlier said that a small likelihood over long periods of time can still be possible. So now you're breaking your own theory.
No,
Even if there's a very small likelihood, over quadrillions of years, grains of sand this particular phone was developed by it, why would you not believe me?
Well, see, if you told me it was made and manufactured in a factory by people, I'd believe you. If you told me
I
it
didn't
was
say
made
that.
by God, I wouldn't believe you.
I didn't say that either. See, again, you're